In the previous session, we have understood actually what is network protocol, right? And how network protocol evolved. We also understood what is internet, correct? All these things we have understood in the previous session. Now, in this session, we will try to understand few more concepts in the networking. Okay. Before that, let us revise what we have learned till now. So, what is protocol? Protocol are the set of rules which are used for transferring data from one device to another device. These are the set of rules for data transfer from one device to other device. Correct. Then we have seen TCP protocol we have seen. So what was TCP protocol? TCP protocol is a transport level protocol. Transport level protocol. It guarantees that whatever data is sent from sender to receiver, it will be received definitely at the receiver end and in the same order, whatever is sent. So, guarantee for receiving and order. These two things are the specialty of TCP. Then we have seen UDP also. So, UDP is used for fast data transfer. It doesn't guarantee the sequence, means it doesn't guarantee the order of data transfer, and it doesn't guarantee that whatever is sent will be received at the receiver end and in the same order. It doesn't guarantee all these things. So this is what we have learned till then. We also seen HTTP, right? So HTTP is an application layer protocol. Okay, now you might be thinking, what is this transport level protocol and what is application? This UDP is also a transport level protocol. So as of now, I will only tell you that this network architecture, right? Whatever we are sending from one device to another device, there are a set of layers via which our data will get transferred. Okay, so top layer is the application layer. So there is a OSI model. So that defines this layer. Okay. So the top layer is the application layer, and the fourth layer is around the transport layer. So these protocols work at transport layer. Okay, HTTP works at the top layer, that is the application layer protocol. In the subsequent session, we will also understand what is this OSI layer architecture. Okay, so HTTP, application layer protocol. Okay, now we are sending data from one device to another device, but what will be the format of the data? Who will agree on the format of the data, right? If you are sending the data from one system to other system, that other system also should acknowledge the kind of data which you are sending, right, in the same format. So that data format will be defined with HTTP. Okay, so in what format the data will be transferred from one device to another device, HTTP tells you that. Okay, so this is what we have learned till now. Okay, now in this session, let us try to learn few more concepts. First concept is packet. Okay, so what is packet? So we are sending the data, right? So data will be sent in the form of small packets. Data will be sent in the form of small packets. So these packets are small in size. So those are easy to transfer. Correct. So that is what is packet. Nothing fancy here. So your data, whatever you want to send, it will be divided into the small packets of data and it will be sent over the network to the from one device to another device. So that is what is packet. Now, and one more thing is, since we are sending the data into small packets, right? So it is more manageable for us. If you send a single big file, big data, set of data, and if it got corrupted over the network, your entire data will be lost, right? You need to resend again all the data. But here, if one of the packet got lost, only that packet can be resent. So you can see it will be more faster way. Okay, so this packet allows data to transfer in more faster way. So now this is fine that we are sending the data in the small parts. But few more things which we want to understand is if this is a sender. Okay, he is a sender and he is a receiver. Okay, now if I am sending the data, I should know the address of the receiver, right? Where my data should flow. So the next concept come into picture is addressing. Okay. Sender is sending messages to the receiver. So sender must know the address of receiver. So there should be protocol in defining the address also, right? So what should be the address, in what format it should be defined, right? So for that there is a IP address. Okay. So this addressing is defined in the form of IP address. Now for us, if you see, if I ask you to give me your address, you will say, okay, ABC layout, ABC building on this road, Mahatma Gandhi Road, Bangalore, Mumbai, something you will say, right? So here in the digital system, the IP address is defined in the form of numbers. So it will be like 1.2.3.4. So it will be in this format, IP address. Okay. Now every device on the internet, whatever device you see over the internet, so whatever device you see on the internet, right? Let's say these are the devices. This is server, this is something. All these devices has a IP address. Okay. All are having its own IP address, unique IP addresses. Okay. So all are having IP addresses. Okay. Now the thing is, for example, you have your system. You have your system. Your system. Okay. Now this system runs multiple applications. Right? This system runs multiple applications. So for example, now if you are running Zoom, if you are running a Zoom application and another person is running a Zoom application. Okay, another person running a Zoom application. Now you want to send message via Zoom from one application from sender side to the receiver side. So how it will be received? So the thing is, every application running on the machine is uniquely identified. Okay, understand this. Each machine will be uniquely identified with the help of IP address, but each application running on the machine is also uniquely identified with the help of socket, that called as a socket. So socket is the combination of IP address and port. So you would have seen that 1.2.3.4.80, for example, colon 80. Okay. So this combination you would have seen, right? So this combination is called as socket. Okay, it is socket. So for each application, this kind of unique address will be defined. Okay. So if you are sending from Zoom from one application to another Zoom, then what you will do? You will have address of this 10.11.2.3, for example, and the Zoom which runs on this is on around, for example, 100 port number. Okay, so you will send it to, from here you will send it to this address. So this way it will be received to Zoom only. Okay, so now you would have understood, right, how from one application to other application the data will be sent. Now the thing is, in IP addresses, now let us understand more about IP address. So how the IP addresses will be defined. Okay. So IP addresses, we have seen 1.2.3.4. So each number, whatever you are seeing one, right? It's a 8 bit. So everything in computer language will be in bits, right? 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, like that. So each number is a 8 bit. So it's 8 bit, 8 bit, and 8 bit. Okay. So how many combinations each number will have? It will start from 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 0, to 2 to the power, 2 to the power. So each value in the IP address will range from 2 to the power 0 to 2 to the power 7. Okay. So the highest value is 1111111, means in the form of bits, right? So this is the highest value, and the lowest value will be, this is all 2 to the power. So this value is 255, right? 2 how this will be computed? 2 raised to the power 0 plus 2 raised to the power 1 plus 2 raised to the power 2 plus 2 raised to the power 3 up to 7. Then it will come as 255. So the highest value at this number will go till 255 and the lowest will go till 0. Okay, 2 raised to the power 0. 2 raised to the power 0. So that will be 0. Okay. So your IP address, if you see, will have maximum value at one of the, so your IP address will, so your IP address has one of the greatest value will be 255 and the other lowest will be 0. And now what about, this is somewhat, so this is about IP address, how it is defined. Okay. Now coming to this socket, right? Okay. So how many applications? So just ask this question: how many application one can run on one of the system? That many sockets should be there, because that many application can communicate with the other applications running on the different systems, right? So that many number of sockets should be there. So every application has a 16-bit port number. Okay. So every application whatever is running has a 16-bit port number. Okay. So the port number will start from 2 raised to the power 0 to 2 raised to the power 16. So all together they will come as 655535. So these many applications one can run on the system. Now the one more thing is, not all ports will be available for you to run your application. So you can simply say, right, I will run all 65,535 applications, my own applications I will design, I will run these many applications. So no, that way it will not work. Some of the ports are reserved. Now your operating system will be running, the operating system has its own software in it, right? So some of the ports are already reserved. You cannot use it for your purpose. Okay. So here, let me tell you, the port 0 to 1023 are reserved for specific application, and those are also known as well-known ports. Okay. So what are these ports? You will find it over this link. Okay, Wikipedia, well-known ports. If you search, so you can see that this port number 0 to, so it will give you all the reserved port, okay? But 0 to 1023 are reserved for special, well-known ports, those are. Okay. So see, these are up to 1023, they are registered already. Those are reserved. For example, the 80 port number is reserved for HTTP traffic. Okay, hyper transfer protocol. So all the applications, whoever communicating with HTTP, right, those will communicate via this 80 port. So then port number 1024 to 49152 are registered port. They are used by specific potentially proprietary applications that are known but not system defined. Okay. So, for example, the SQL server. If you are running SQL on your system, then SQL server will run on 1433 port number. Okay. So, these are like a very registered port number. Means if you are running SQL, it will run on this port number. If you are running some Docker, it will run on this port number. If you are running some web application, it should run on this 501 port number. So the thing is, these are also kind of reserved only for some specific applications, but you can reuse them. But the thing is, if you try to reuse them, right, they might end up in conflict. So it is advised that don't use these ports, whatever are already reserved. For users, right? For users, if you want to use, then you can use from 49152 port to 65535. These port numbers are user application. You can use if you are creating some application, then these port numbers are for your applications which are available for you to use it freely. So that is what. So this is all about the concepts of networking. So let us revise. So what we have seen. So we have seen packet. So packet are the way we send the data. We are chunking the data into small parts and we are sending. That is called as the packets. Okay. Every packet has some format that is defined by HTTP. Now for sending packets from one location to another, you should know addressing. So every device should have address. So every device will have IP address. So IP address will be defined in the form of 1.2.3.4. It will be read in the decimal noted format, right? 1.2.3.4. Okay. Now every system will have multiple applications running on it. How to identify each application? So that will be identified with the combination of IP and port, and this combination is called as socket. So how many such sockets are there? We have a good amount of sockets. 65535 combinations we have. So out of this, few are the well reserved port, reserved for well known purposes, those are reserved. Then other set of ports are reserved for some specific kind of applications, and the rest are for user application which can be available for users to use. So that is all about these concepts. I hope you would have got some good understanding about it, right? So that's all about this session.